Hey, how you doing, everybody? Again, we hit that 1,000. I want to thank everybody so much. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And remember to do that. And remember to hit that subscribe so we go even further because it's Tuesday. And what do we do on Tuesday? Transformer Tuesday. And
Gavin from Gavin Asher Toy World is here too.
he is here again with us. He is our permanent co host for Transformer videos. And remember, if you want to see the cards, I'm not going to show the cards yet. I eventually will, but they were opened and really cool. So you should go to his channel, which is linked down below, and check out the opening of the 1980. Well, they're not originally 1980s, they're the remake of the 80s Transformer cards. So if you would be so kind as to check that out. And I forgot to take out the pieces for our Japanese version. Look at that, $8.50.
Now like $50, but for to be reasonable, like $25.
Let me see, is this the right ones here? So we're gonna look at the original, and this is really the original because this is the Japanese version of Megatron, and he is a pew pew, as you can see. I don't know. Can we say, because it's a toy, can we say the word, or should I just say pew pew? You'll know what I mean, so we're good. But anyway, this is the original Japanese. I'll let y'all take a look at the box a little bit. I did do a full review on this, so if you'd like to see that, of course, you could go check that out. And you can see him transforming over there. The only thing that bothers me is his things are yellow, and on here they're chrome for some odd reason. I don't know why. And his back is upside down compared to his front. But he was $8.50. And yes, I got him in a flea market when I was young. And then we have the tank version, because nowadays Megatron is a tank.
No pew pews anymore.
Nope. But he has a pew pew. And then, of course, we have the Funko Pop 40th anniversary over there. Now, what should we do? Should we show the 80s or the newer first?
80s.
So there you see in his pew pew mood. He can shoot with the little plastic bullets. I'm not going to put them in. But, you could shoot through here when his arm is transformed, or you could shoot with the trigger. It has a little mechanism that goes up in the top, but that's what he looks like. He looks pretty real for the most part. I mean, you could tell it's a toy, but it's very realistic. And I really like him. I don't know what the heck that weird symbol is on his handle, but nonetheless. And I always like that this came down kind of like, when you put a clip into one. So it was kind of cool for me. So that is him in his pew pew mood, and I will give that mode. I would give that a 9 because it's really cool, but it's not quite long enough to be a real one. What would you say?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. It's really realistic. Definitely won't. They don't use pew pews nowadays.
And then we have the tank because he can't be that anymore. He has to be a tank, as you could see right there. I'm pretty sure I did a review on this one, but I'm not 100.
You did it, but I remember you didn't do it at the weapons.
So as you can see right there, you can see his head. They look exactly alike. Well, it looks like the cartoon more than this one, I guess I would say. But there it is right there. So we will transform these. Oh, I give this one, just because he's a tank and he's not a pew pew, I just give him a 7.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Go ahead.
I like the original more.
I'm just transforming them off screen, off camera, off screen, off camera, whichever you want to say. But I do have to admit, the newer ones do look a lot better as far as looking like the real robots from the cartoons.
It won't look as similar because, well, Megatron is also Japanese.
I'm trying to be so careful with this Megatron because I know they're getting brittle when they get a little old, so I don't want the old man to fall apart. And like I said, this is the real deal. This is like what they would have in Japan. And his fist does shoot out. His one fist does shoot out. So that's what that little yellow piece. I'm not forcing them in that much. Well, I guess I can. But I don't want to force it in too much. Just for the simple fact of, like I said, he's old and brittle. And as you can see, his stickers hold up very well. I'll have to give him that. The stickers were definitely holding up. So there you have him in his robot mode. Does not look much like the cartoon all that much. But that's what the original one looked like anyway. The one that you would buy in the US. So as you can see right there. That's the overall look. Now the articulation. Kind of just the shoulders. The head not really. It just goes up and down. And a little bit on the legs. Right there. Not that much. He doesn't have a lot of motion, a lot of articulation because... Oh, there it goes. That goes up too. I forgot about that. But not a lot of articulation. The ones from the 80s, it didn't have that much articulation. And of course, it doesn't have a Decepticon symbol because it's the Japanese. But they didn't have a lot of articulation back then. I don't know. I guess the technology. I don't know what you would say, but technology or whatever it is. But the articulation's a little lacking right there. But that is him in his robot mode. And I would give him in his robot mode. I would give him a 5. He don't look like the cartoon.
I would give him a 6. I like the design. It's just, it looks nothing like the cartoon, and it looks like a random robot you would find at a flea market.
That's what he was. I found him at a flea market.
Very similar to what I'm on the description.
Yes, he was at a flea market that had a bunch of... It had like 3 or 4 booths with Transformers. But there we have the Megatron of the modern version. As you can see, articulation in the elbows, the shoulders, the head is fully articulated, the knees, the hips. He does do the twist. So very articulating, very cool sword and everything. So I would give this a 10. Just because of how cool it looks, and it looks just like the cartoon.
I would give it also a 10. It looked very accurate, and I like that he also has the cannon too. The Japanese one doesn't have one, and I like the sword.
And for the overall, I would give the Japanese probably a 7, and I would give him probably an 8 overall, altogether, the full package.
So I would give the original I'll give it a 7 too. It's nice, but it kind of looks like a bootleg Transformer. Sorry, but with the new one, I would give it a 9 overall. It's really nice. I've gotten used to the cannon more than the pew pew.
And of course, with this one, you have the battle damage because it's from the Siege series. The Siege series ones always has the cool like battle damage and stuff. Some people like it. I do like it. Some people don't. But I definitely like it. As you can see, though, he definitely really looks like the cartoon. And he looks just like the Funko. I always go to call them bobbleheads because I'm old. Remember when we used to go to the baseball stadium and get the bobbleheads? All those who were around for the original. I'm not going to say my age, but if you were around for the original Transformers, you will remember the bobbleheads. But you used to go to the stadium. They had bobblehead day, towel day, hat day. They had all different days where you would go to the stadium during the summer and get stuff.
It should have been a Megatron day.
I don't think they do that. I haven't been to a baseball game in many, many years. So if you all know, tell me in the comments. I'd appreciate it if you could tell me that, because I'm not fully aware of what goes on at the baseball games anymore. Like I said, I haven't been to a baseball game actually in person. I've seen it on TV, but never in person in a really long time, let's say. But, it's expensive now. But there you have it, people. A nice Transformer compare and contrast, I guess you would say, of the old versus the modern. there you have it. Again, thank you guys so much for helping me hit that 1,000. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, and I always have a great, great
day.